your name?
Gustavo Rodriguez.
Ms. Wood.
Ms. Fu.
Nice to meet you. That's good.
Ms. Claxima.
And your name?
Gustavo Rodriguez.
Thank you very much. You may have a seat.
Thank you.
Mr. Rodriguez, we would like you to tell us what qualities do you think are important for a person to possess?
Well, qualities for a person to possess is the intelligence to know what is around them, because who knows, in a situation where they are stuck on something or they can't get any outside help, they need to look around. They need to look around around their environment to see what they can use to help them out from that situation.
Alrighty. What advice would you give to someone who wanted to join the decathlon?
I would say that it's really fun. We sometimes joke around, but whenever we get serious, it's really hard, but it's actually an opportunity to get scholarships, and not only that, to meet new friends.
Okay, let me ask you, what are your main weaknesses?
My main weaknesses is procrastination. It's always been my bane ever since middle school, and I don't know, I just get short-term memory loss, and I don't know what to turn in, and that just leads me to not knowing what I haven't done. And my second weakness is my fear of not knowing everything, because I myself being in decathlon, I have a lot of knowledge, but me having not a lot of knowledge, I fear that. So.
Mr. Rodriguez, you are classified as what?
I am classified as a JROTC cadet. I am right now in my Air Force JROTC cadet unit, and right now I am a cadet second lieutenant, and I operate the academic team in that unit and logistics, which is basically supplying the uniforms.
Are you junior, senior, sophomore?
I am a sophomore.
All right. With you being a sophomore, that is a very high rank. With that, are you planning on making the Air Force a career?
Yes, as a Air Force officer, and I plan to do that is by attending the Air Force ROTC program at University of Houston.
Okay, all right. And majoring in what?
I'm going to major in mathematics and physics, so because I want to become a fighter pilot.
Wow. Okay, all right. What do you do when you're not in school?
Whenever I have no homework and I am free by myself, I play a lot of video games. I have my competitive team Aries. We practice a lot, and while we're not practicing, we are messing around, messing with people mainly, and making fun of them for being ignorant. But it's really fun. I'm very laid back when I have no schoolwork.
Mr. Rodriguez, you're about to have a week off on your hands. What will you be doing during your week off to make yourself better or for the decathlon?
Of course, there are the decathlon sessions during the week, but I'll be unable to attend them. But I'll be taking my study guides and be reviewing over them while I'm at San Antonio with my family.
Tell us about a challenging experience that you've been through and what you learned from it?
One challenging experience is when I went to a summer boot camp for ROTC, and it was really challenging the first day. Of course, at a boot camp, they always yell at you. One instructor will always find something that they could use to yell at you. It was really hard. They were pressuring us the entire time, but as the week went by, it actually got easier. So I got myself better as a cadet, and I consider that event as a challenging event.
All right, Mr. Rodriguez, if you were asked to describe one of your junior year teachers, how would you describe that teacher and why?
A junior year?
You're a sophomore. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Yes,
Take that off record. I'm sorry.
Yes,
I'm thinking
you.
if you had to describe one of your teachers, you being a sophomore, how would you describe your teacher and why?
I would describe my teacher as very charismatic. He would always help me out whenever I have trouble with something, and outside of school too.
Okay, so you're very charismatic.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we have time for one short one.
Okay. You have a historical figure or character do you most admire? Historical character, person.
I admire. I can't really say. I don't know. I don't know. I can't really say a historical figure right now. Like, there's too many to figure out, but I have a few. I can't name right now.
All right. Well, thank you so much.
All right, well, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Maggie.
Next question. No.
We're good.
Thanks.
We'll give you a few feedbacks. You're a little nervous today. Are you?
Yes, I was doing a math exam. So.
Oh, okay. So you're a little bit sprack. But it's okay. You have time to get better because you have come before and you're able to, like you said, you're just kind of tired. And for the most part, you give good answers. You just have to kind of, they were kind of short.
Yeah, that's what I was putting here.
They're kind of
Yeah,
short.
you need to
just
give more,
like a little example, so you kind of stretch it out.
more
Yeah.
thorough answers.
Mhm.
More
Yeah, but you'll get better. You're just a sophomore. I mean, you have time. You'll get better.
I will.
It's all good. What would
Oh,
you
no,
like
you know,
to
and
ask
I
us?
do apologize for saying junior. That just throws you.
It's like junior.
I don't know, and I knew you're a sophomore, and junior
He's
is
like
you're
junior.
like
He's kind of like, you sure junior?
It's like
He was like waiting for you to
junior. And you said, and I like the way you did it. You looked at me and
Yeah,
said,
you were just polite about it.
junior. You didn't tell me I'm not quite a junior, but the way you said it made me believe.
Junior. Yeah.
Sophomore. Why did you say junior? And I was, I have to. That was one of my senior
Moments.
Yeah, just forgive me, babe.
No, man.
I am tired.
Yeah, he is
We
too,
took some kids to
kinda.
the Renaissance Festival yesterday,
Yeah,
so.
so he's tired too, so you guys understand. You'll get better.
But other than that, normally your answers
Yeah,
are very
he's very
thorough,
good.
but they were kind of just real short ended. Be careful not to ever really do that,
Mhm.
okay? Because you can get your point. You don't want to get any points taken from you. Remember to give that one example. Da 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 da. But I love you. A sophomore.
Mhm.
Sophomores are on it.
Yep. Yep.
You have your roadmap. You
Mhm.
started writing on your roadmap. So you want to go to UH. You're sticking with the.
Well, that's my secondary job career. If I to accomplish my primary job, I will go to Juilliard to become a music composer and USC to become a video game developer and hopefully get contracted by one of the big video game companies. That's my main. But if all else fails, I go to University of Houston.
Good. Awesome.
Yeah, but just work on your movement. Today was just not.
Yeah.
And you're gonna have those days.
Right.
And I know he was trying to pick another day. Well, I may talk to him and see if we can sacrifice another day other than Monday.
We used to do it Wednesday.
Other than a Monday, just to give, Mondays is rough for everybody.
Yeah, no.
Everybody.
Especially, I'm just waiting for an orchestra video game social where it's basically everyone hangs out, everyone has fun. I'm waiting for that day.
And then I know this week everybody's antsy, they're ready for the break, but you're trying to stay on top of your grades.
Yes. This 6 weeks is always my bane. I don't know why, but I always fail a class. I don't know why.
We know, hopefully you don't do that. You're trying to stay on top of your grades, stay with your teachers. And that's what I keep telling them. It's like, y'all have access to your grades. So, just try not to miss no assignments. If it's got to be late, look, I'm having some problems with this assignment. I'm not quite finished. You have to keep an open relationship and a communication with your instructor. Just don't turn it in. But if you go to them or send them an email and I'm having some issues, this is not flowing like I want it, am I allowed to have just a little extra time? I can have it in by such and such, or if they tell you such and such, thank you. That's what you have to do. A teacher's not going to give it to you unless you ask for it. And this prepares you for college. You go to your professor, look, I'm not getting this concept that you're teaching. I may need some one-on-one. I'm not. See, if you don't go to them, they're not gonna know. You get that hot air with a smile.
They have that too.
I tell them in kind of give you that hot air with a smile. What is it? You flunk it, they're gonna still speak to you on campus.
Oh, yeah.
No hard feelings.
No problem.
You see you next
You're
time.
doing your job.
So,
job.
Practice that in high school. Your teachers don't know you're having issues if y'all don't open your mouths. I preach that every day. If you don't open your mouth and say something, they will never know. They can't just assume. A teacher will be more willing to give you some more time or set up some type of tutorial with you because you came to them first. Don't let them say when you got this 0, then you're trying to go to make a lunch tutorial, trying to make up a week's worth of work
20 minutes.
in 20 minutes.
It's
not
about
gonna
what
happen.
it is by the time you get
So don't, your friends and parents don't have, and I know that's what a lot of it. That's why, don't y'all have access to your teacher's email?
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go.
They just go on the website.
Nobody
You know,
has to know you or
everybody.
emailing your teacher. Your teacher will talk to you one-on-one.
Everybody.
So don't be ashamed if you need that extra help. Like you say, what class you feel like you failing?
It's world history.
Why did I know it was going to be history or science?
History's a lot of
It's because you don't like history.
I like history. It's just that I'm trying to catch up with my notes, and they're pretty bad, so I have to recover and make a new set. And I'm almost there, but I'm not quite caught up.
Keep in communication with your instructor,
And
okay?
then you're going to have this 1 week here. Just
And you're going to
get
have
caught
a
up.
week off, and if it's something you're going to need to do,
Just get it.
but you need to go. Don't wait till Thursday.
Right.
Don't wait till Thursday. Tomorrow,
Just
when you go to class, ask he or she, I need to talk to you after class, or you get there a little before, the bell rings,
Can I
whatever.
have a minute?
Can I have a minute of your time? And just tell them where your struggle is.
Yeah, we're usually happy to hear from kids.
Yeah, tell he or she, because I don't know who you take for history, where your struggle is, and go from that point. That's going to help you, okay?
Thanks.
All right, you take care. Nice talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too.
All right.
Have a good day.
You too.
Get you some rest.